Just so we present the rules of procedure for the meeting, they're up here if anyone needs a copy. And the first item, and the only item on the agenda, is the downtown water replacement with Holloway Project and Matt Smith. And I think the reason we have a meeting Tuesday night, but we need some issues that need to get resolved prior, as quickly as possible. So that's why this meeting was called. So I guess at this time, one of you, if you guys want to go over what's going on with the project. And do we need to, can you guys hear? Yeah, we probably need to allot more time to give him. Okay. Would someone like to make a motion?
I'll make a motion to give Matt the time that he needs to talk to us about this project.
Go Andy.
A second? Anybody second? All in favor?
Becky, Roy, Jeff, Brittany, and I walked the project this morning, but what we've run into is a existing sewer line that the city did not know about. It doesn't show up on any of the city's maps, and it wasn't marked whenever we called in locates. So it's proposed a conflict for at least 800 feet worth of the 1,900 feet of new water line that we're running down East Main Street from Church to Hall. Right? And we looked at different options and decided, I think all in agreement, that moving to the other side of East Main Street would be the best option, what we would recommend to council. And that alleviates digging between, what we were proposing was to be in the angled parking area along East Main Street, working your way down to Church Street. Now with a existing water line that we were going to have to deal with, and an existing sewer line that's also an old plate pipe, but we've got a galvanized water line that's brittle. Digging between both of those will make it almost impossible to deal on that side. The problem with bouncing over to the right side was we had a proposed force main that was going to come from the trackside lane pump station at some point in the future, and we had intended to come down that side. If we're able to move the water line to that side, we would swap places with the force main, and we wouldn't have a near problem in the future running the force main because our water line would be abandoned. And that galvanized water line, what size do we think it is? 2? 6. Digging beside it is going to be very brittle, and I would imagine the city's had problems doing any repairs on that line before because it's so brittle. But once it's abandoned, then we'll have the room and we can deal with the gravity sewer issues at that time at DV, but we would install the force main down that left side. And in looking at all the different changes, the main problem or main change is the way we bore the services over and have maybe a little more difficult time boring the services going from the right side to the left side versus what we had originally planned. And Jeff accounted for some of those costs and the trade-offs in moving it. And we're probably talking about a $4,000 to $6,300 increase in cost in addition to our $93,000 that's currently under contract with Jeff.
It's not too bad.
No, for what all the changes and I think accommodations we're having to make, it's not a major change, but there are some changes, and I think Jeff's accounted for about $6,300, but I think we're all under the impression that that may come down in a couple of areas where we don't have to tie on some of the existing cross streets, that we may just be able to abandon those. It may bring it down to closer to 4,000. But what we would ask for is the ability to increase the cost up to that $6,300 with these changes, knowing that they may come down from that, but just be on the safe side, budget $6,300.
And then I guess, Roy, you would handle everything with abandoning any type of, through the city. Would the council need to vote on that okay. So we'll be fine.
I just want to be clear though, because Roy and I went down there and met some of the guys. So right now, if you were headed from Hall Street to Church Street, water lines is on the right side.
From Hall to Church, the existing water line is on the
Water
right
line's on the right
side.
side, and the sewer is also.
Yes,
And so you're going to change the water lines to the left side,
that's right.
and then keep the sewer, where it's at, even if we replace it, because it
Yes.
probably does need to be replaced, and then put that force line right there where the water line was gonna go on the right side.
That's right.
Instead it was going on the other side.
In theory, it kind of works out best, knowing that that sewer line's there now, that we didn't know about before. DPD wants you to have 10 feet separation between water and sewer. So with the water being on the opposite end of the side, now the gravity sewer, force main being over there with the gravity sewer, it works out better, I think, in the long run to have that the way it is.
And one thing that is there's these things in the road, you know, these round things, that's where they get the water, I guess.
I mean,
Yeah,
The
okay.
valves, yes.
Are those gonna be over to the side where the traffic won't hit them on the water, when you put the new water in? Or is it
yes,
gonna be-
they'll be in the parking area,
Yeah.
instead of in the travel lane. We're trying to keep everything
Okay.
out the travel lane.
But if you
which
should
are-
switch, yeah, that's right, so the other side also has parking too. So
It
yeah,
has the
yeah.
parallel parking, so we'll be within that, it'll be up against the curb, within about 4 feet on that side, away from the travel lane. Hydrants that are currently in the road will be moved out behind the sidewalk. Any valves will be out of the travel lanes. Meter boxes that we can move out of the sidewalk that are trip hazards or that have been busted around trying to get them worked in, they'll be moved out of the sidewalk if we can. We went through and like I said, I think Roy and Becky were in agreement with all the ones that we were proposing to change.
But you still have to, on that side that it is currently now, you have to dig, you have to get into that, do some digging there, and that side too, plus the other side.
We would be digging small holes to see the pilots for the service line. When they bore the service over, Jeff's got to see where that line comes through, be able to tie it up under the sidewalk and tie those into existing, but we're talking about small.
Yeah, like a 2x2 or something.
And those are just the ones that are in the sidewalk that we can't bore past to the grass area behind it.
So they won't be just, I mean, they'll be paving over where the line's gonna be, but just minimum paving in other areas outside just where the line's at.
That's right.
Be concrete first and then top off the pavement.
When do you hope to get started on
Yesterday.
yesterday?
That's why I'm meeting today.
Yeah, that's why we're meeting today. Yeah, I figured you were, I've seen people down there working and,
I think that's the,
Monday.
good, okay.
that's the urgency, and
Yeah.
needing Jeff's 40 guys to get started Monday.
Okay, so basically you just need a change order from us to that, going up to, well, what we could do is maybe make it up to that amount that high limit.
And any additional
Yeah.
changes that come up, we'll
Yeah.
come back to
Okay.
with another change order. But this is just for changing the location of the proposed water line and getting a mile from
Okay.
council that y'all are okay with that.
And Bruce just mentioned, and I think I'd asked Roy about it, but just wanted to clarify though, this project does not include though paving back over this, or does it? No.
Paving, we're getting different proposals. We've got 3 proposals. I've actually got the third one today. I was waiting on it, but that is
No, that's
separate.
Okay, all right. And this is, we got a CBDG loan or something for this, no?
This is surcharge money.
This is, yeah, the surcharge.
Oh, okay.
This is the first phase of 3 phases that we had looked at downtown to pay for with surcharge money.
It's coming
The
out of
old
surcharge
galvanized
money.
lines that
Okay.
are breaking down.
Okay,
Mhm.
yeah, all right, okay.
The CDBG's for Orchard Boulevard area.
Right, right. Okay, all right.
Does anyone have any further questions? Someone like to make a motion? I'm acting as,
That's right, okay,
I'm
that's right,
presiding,
that's
so
right,
I probably shouldn't make the motion.
What was the amount?
The amount was 60.
$6,300 was the high end of the proposal.
I make a motion, we allow Mr. Holloway up to $6,300 to do the things that needs to be done in that project.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor? Okay, I guess this meeting is adjourned.